Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuka ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokwenza ama reviews ama recaps. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu akhona la eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi and the notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo mangabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Guys, there's also a join button for those who want to be members with channel. We appreciate that a lot, and also there's a thanks button uma ufuna ukubonga channel. Listen, you guys, of course there is an ongoing story about Donell Mbele, you guys. Donell Mbele allegedly physically abused his girlfriend. I'm assuming she's still his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and she came out on social media with the photos and the screenshots of their messages to actually tell everybody that she has been in an abusive relationship. It sounds like it was a continuous thing. It wasn't a once-off thing that happened, you guys. Of course, a lot of the focus has been on his mom, because his mom is an iconic, very famous actress, Sonia Mbele, and a TV producer as well, you guys. So it does make sense that people obviously they will attach her to the story, even though it did not make sense why they're blaming her. But today, you guys, I want to focus on Donell, and just because when I read the messages, especially the screenshots, there were things that I read on those messages that really scared me. You know, these are the things that we need to be paying attention to when it comes to this story, you guys, and hopefully also young people can take notice of these things. You know, that we treat as normal in relationships sometimes that we are not supposed to. Like when we see certain things with relationship, you are supposed to run as far from that person as possible, especially with a lot of gender-based violence going on in South Africa. Like there's a lot of women that are getting killed, you guys, a lot of women that are being abused in relationships. So there are things that you need to watch out for as a young person when you get into relationships, and as soon as you see some of these things, just walk as far away. There's a lot of men out there, good men, that will treat you very good. You do not have to stay in a relationship that actually has some of these things that I'm going to talk about here, that were very visible when it comes to the messages that were shared between Donell and the girlfriend. Okay, number one of the things that the girlfriend has said about Donell Mbele is that he is a cheater, you guys. Okay, a lot of guys are cheaters. We just have to be honest about that. A lot of people cheat in relationships, but there is something about somebody cheating on you, and then when you confront them about cheating, they turn it around on you and they get abusive towards you just because you are confronting them about the cheating, you guys. If you are in a situation like that and somebody has cheated on you, and instead of taking accountability and apologizing and whatever, they turn it around on you and they get violent towards you just because you are confronting them about the cheating, it is a red flag. I don't even think it's red. I don't know what color it can be. Run as far as possible from that person. Okay, number two, he is very controlling, you guys. Of course, we talk about phones and we've spoken about this on this channel in terms of like the phones between couples. Should you be looking at your partner's phone or not, you know? And also, but guys, if your partner controls what you can post and not post on your own phone, on your own social media, and they can even go as far as delete some of the posts that you are posting on your social media, that is also a red flag, you guys. I have said on my channel that I feel like if you're in a relationship and you feel like something is going on but you don't have the answers, your partner might possibly be cheating. I don't see anything wrong with checking your partner's phone if you feel like they're not telling the truth. But it's another thing to actually take somebody's phone and post on their behalf, or even delete their posts. It is controlling. That is a sign that the person is very controlling in a relationship. There is a red flag, you guys. That is a red flag. They should not even know your password to your social media, honestly. But even if they do, to go as far as delete your own posts, that is very controlling. I do feel like this was probably not the first time that he had done that to this girl, and I feel like she should have run the first time that it happened, but she didn't, you guys. I don't know what she was hoping for, you guys, but she didn't. It's tricky when you are still in a relationship, because I guess you are hoping that the person is going to change. Sometimes they do something and you feel like, no, it's just a once-off thing. They just made this one mistake. It's going to get better, but a lot of the times it doesn't get better, especially when a person doesn't take steps to actually deal with the issue that they have in the relationship. And also, even if they want to deal with it, you don't have to be around. As a young person, guys, you don't have to be around while they deal with that. You can be like, okay, I understand that, you understand that it's a mistake what you did, and you're going to go for counseling or whatever and deal with it, but I don't have to be around. You don't have to stay in that relationship. You don't, girls, you do not have to stay. You can just say, I wish you all the luck, I know you've got things to deal with, go and deal with them. You don't have to stay, because your life is not worth it, you guys. The next thing is that he actually admits to a few things, you guys. He admits to cheating in the messages, you guys. And he also, okay, we'll talk about the other one, but he admits to cheating. Here's the thing about that, you guys. There is abuse that is just obvious, where it's just physical. A person beats you up, you get bruises, you can show people, he beat me up, I've got bruises or whatever. But there is emotional abuse, you guys. There are people that can mentally manipulate you and abuse you in such a way that you can get to a point where you feel like you're the one that is crazy for thinking that they have things to fix. Because it's like a person will do something wrong and then come and admit to you, I know I did something wrong, I'm going to change. You shouldn't even be with me because I do not even deserve you, but I'm going to change, but I love you so much. That's the reason I do all of those things, because I love you so much. It's the manipulation. It's worse when someone can mess with your mind in your relationship, and you get to a point where you feel like, am I crazy? He really sounds like he's really genuine. He really sounds like he's really going to change. Be aware of that you are not in a relationship where you are being manipulated to think a certain way. If somebody has cheated, they've cheated. Whatever the reason, they mustn't manipulate you into thinking they recognize their fault, and also they also don't think that they deserve you, but they also don't want you to leave. What kind of a manipulation is that, you guys? But one thing that really, really, really scared me, it's two actually. One of them is the fact that he admitted to almost raping the girl. He did say, he said, I almost raped you. Like, if you are looking for a sign to leave a relationship and that is not a sign for you, I don't know what the sign is. If you're looking for something to confirm for you that this is not a relationship for you, and someone said, I almost sexually violated you, he's saying that. And that thing made me question, even I wonder if that hasn't happened, because guys, the fact that you're in a relationship does not mean that the person cannot sexually violate you while you are in a relationship. They can, so it made me question, how many times has he done it? If he can write it down on a message. And also, it's a form of manipulation, even that he would admit to it. If you almost did that to a woman, why do you still insist of staying in a relationship with her? I feel like even that is a form of manipulation. Also, you guys, he admits that he almost took her life. Like, I'm like why are you even still even dealing with this person, you guys? You know how many women have been killed and they had no idea that it was going to happen. They wish they got the red flags that you are getting right now. You're getting all of them. all of them. He's been physically abusive to you. He says he almost sexually violated you. He says he almost killed you. One day he's going to do it. It is time to walk. If somebody ever says that to you, and you are still staying in the relationship, no, that is not a relationship to stay in. Red flags, 20 red flags all at the same time. Walk away, you guys. He talks about how he almost, or he suffocated her and dragged her. Actually, I think she talked about it, that he suffocated her or dragged her. Guys, if you're suffocating somebody, what are you hoping for? What are you hoping for? Because sometimes it's just when you are being suffocated, you are a minute or a second away from dying. The person that is doing it doesn't know how much is left before you actually go to the other side, go to the ancestors. The fact that he did that, and you are still in there, walk away, you guys. It's not even about this girl, it's about everybody else, guys. If you are in a relationship and these things are happening, it is time to walk away. It is time to just run, you guys. You don't even have to give this as the reason. If any of these have happened in the relationship, it is time to run. Do not wait for the worst to happen, you guys. And also, guys, let's not forget that this girl is pregnant, okay? Let's not forget that this girl is while all of these things are happening, let us not forget that this girl is pregnant. What other sign do we need? This is very, very, very scary, but I am so grateful that Sonia Mbele seems like she is taking it as seriously as we feel like it is serious, you guys. But I also still stand on saying that I do not feel like it's Sonia's fault in any way, and I don't feel like people should be attacking her for that. But I feel like as a mom, I like the fact that she's recognizing, like, hold on a minute, something is going on here. But I do have a question in this whole situation, you guys. Where is the father, you guys? Where is the father? Where are the fathers, you guys? And also, just a lot of people are talking about this also in situations like this. We do lack a man voice, a South African man voice in this situation. I want to hear what they think about this situation, because even if a father is not around, sometimes boys need someone to pull them aside and say, boy, listen, we don't do such. What are you going through? Let's fix it. We need men, even if the father is not around, but we need men in this situation, you guys, because this boy is young, okay? There's so much that he can still change. There's so much that he can still fix moving forward. Other relationships that he's going to get into, it doesn't have to be like that. But we really, his father is needed in this situation, but it doesn't even need to be a father. We need the uncles. We need, male friends, as Sonia Mbele, that can be trusted. They can just sit this boy down and be like, listen, we are about to fix this, but also he needs to be held accountable for what he has done. But girls, like, there's nothing wrong with walking away from a relationship. We have done it, okay? We have done, when we see our exes, we are like, hey, the best decision I ever made was that. So trust me, even this relationship that you are in now, one day you'll be like, hey, what was I thinking? So just walk away. You hardly ever regret walking away from a relationship. Trust us. In our 40s, we know. When we see them, we are like, yo, hi. Was I not flopping? People were not telling me. Yes. So just walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away. You will find someone that will treat you good. If you don't, you will treat yourself good. That is okay too. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.